49ers running back Christian McCaffrey signed a 2-year extension worth $38 million. He's now set to earn $62.2 million over the next 4 years. McCaffrey is coming off the best season of his career as he led the NFL in rushing and finished the regular season with more than 2,000 all-purpose yards to go along with 21 total touchdowns. Packers general manager Brian Gutekunst told 97.3 The Game that they're in conversations about a long-term contract extension with quarterback Jordan Love, and they hope to get a deal done before the start of training camp. Love is entering the final year of his contract. 10 teams opened mandatory minicamp on Tuesday, but a couple of high-profile players were absent. Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb and 49ers receiver Brandon Ayuk were both no-shows as they seek new contracts. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
As you know, summer is right around the corner, and for most people, that means more activities, more golf, more biking, more of whatever you love to do. But if you're dealing with aches and pains, your more could become less. This is why I'm here to tell you about Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that helps fight pain naturally. For instance, I was sent Relief Factor to try, and I've been taking it every single day. I'll tell you what, I feel the difference every day. You see, instead of masking your pain, Relief Factor's formula is designed to help reduce or even eliminate it. It's 100% drug-free, and it's been a game changer for so many people. So let's get after it this summer. Let's feel good. Let's do more of the things that we love to do. Don't let pain keep you down. Give Relief Factor a try and save on your first order. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Help fight pain naturally with Relief Factor. These products and statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
And we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. I'm Carroll in the newsroom, Jared Anchondo. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
Another beautiful day.
Another beautiful day.
Yeah, and I know the weather forecast says it's going to get hot, but the evening's still cooling off a bit. The mornings, the evenings, great weather.
Yes, very, very nice. I can't complain yet.
Can't complain a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, the coming up, we'll tell you about some earthquakes. Did you feel it?
Yes, I felt a couple of them.
Okay.
Wasn't sure if I was dreaming or, the house was shaking.
Yeah. And right now we don't have a dog, so I didn't get the early alert that you often get with a puppy. But anyway, we felt the one at 5 o'clock this morning. I was already awake, so it wasn't any big deal.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you need, just a little alarm, wake up call.
Yeah.
Earthquake.
Yeah, like I said, I was already awake, not a big deal. Oh, well. So what's going on around the world? Lots of things going on. We'll tell you about what's going on around the world. We'll also tell you about what's going on around the neighborhood as we present local news. And something new from Amazon Prime. Yeah, Amazon Prime customers will be getting Grubhub Plus subscriptions. The Amazon membership will now include a free subscription to the food delivery service. So, what that means is Amazon hasn't been able to sell enough of them, so they're going to give it away. But what it all boils down to is you can now order just about anything you ever would need, including food, from Amazon. Yeah, and I suppose the only people leaving the house anymore will be the porch pirates. Yeah, everybody else, we'll just hunker down. Don't need to go anywhere. Don't need to talk to anybody. Just leave it by the front door, okay?
Yeah, my 2 a.m. Jack in the Box order.
Yes. Yeah. No, 2 a.m. it's Taco Bell.
That's Taco Bell, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Taco Bell open that late around here?
I think they're open 24/7, but I haven't checked personally. But it used to be Taco Bell was the go-to place when, okay, party's over, better sober up a bit. Oh, well. And new neighbor in our neighborhood, and I sat and visited with him a while, and the new neighbor told me he believes to be successful, you must surround yourself with successful people. So he named his kids Musk, Zuckerberg, and Bezos. Okay. Birthdays, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. News correspondent Bill Moyers is 90. Fred Stone plays guitar with Sly and the Family Stone, 77. Drummer Nico McBrain of Iron Maiden, 72. Actor Beth Hall, 66. Actor Jeff Garlin, 62. Actor Ron Livingston, 57. Singer Brian McKnight, 55. Actor singer Mark Wahlberg, 53. Actor Chad Allen, 50. Actor Navi Rawat, 47. Actor Lisa Weil is 47. Actor Chesley Crisp is 41. Actor Amanda Crew, 38. Actor Sophie Lowe, 34. Actor Hank Greenspan is 14. Local birthdays. Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Sebastian Avila, Abraham Risen Jr., Corinne Zabala, Michael Velasquez, Eloisa Ehrman, Yolanda Ochoa, Ella Green, Diana Aguirre, Emilio Beltran, Janet Castillo, Desi Salgado, Kathy Lemos, Andrea Valdez, Frankie Lara III, Lorena Uribe, Maria Nava Frolic and her twin Tony Nava, Ivan Valdez, Katie DeLong, and Ramon Reina. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, and let's look back in history. On this date in 2013, the Guardian newspaper in the United Kingdom reported that the National Security Agency had been collecting phone records of millions of Verizon customers under a secret court order. You're kind of like, can you hear me now? Yeah, well, clearly the NSA was hearing pretty much everything, right? Yes.
I remember those. Can you hear me now?
Commercials?
Yeah. Oh,
hello.
those are classic.
Hello. Well, apparently there were issues with some of the major carriers. You could not call out of the network.
Oh, okay.
But they were working on that. The more we depend on the internet and the high-tech stuff, the harder we're going to fall. Yep. I mean, just think about it. Oh, well.
What about TikTok? And
yeah. Yeah. What about TikTok? Yes.
But my viewers, Don't
do TikTok. Don't, not even sure. At one time, I think I was on Instagram at one time, but gee, it's kind of like the appendix. When you don't use it, it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got real news. Are you ready for that?
Yes. Real news.
Okay. It's World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
The moment's almost here.
All right, CDR, report on Erdogan 1 that we are ready to perform sucrose leak check.
Blast off scheduled for 21 minutes from now for a crewed mission of the Starliner capsule to the ISS. CBS's Mark Strassman at Kennedy Space Center.
The two space veterans, both former Navy test pilots, suited up, said their goodbyes to their families. This is a milestone moment for them, for Boeing, and for NASA.
Two previous launch attempts were scrubbed. An attacker shot and captured after an attempted attack on the U.S. Embassy near Beirut. CBS's Imtiaz Tayab.
In a statement, the embassy said the building and those inside were safe. I've been to the U.S. Embassy, and it is in an extremely secured area.
American Amanda Knox reconvicted of slander in Italy. Correspondent Chris Livesay.
She's now been sentenced to 3 years behind bars, but that's time she's already served before she and her boyfriend were acquitted in 2015 of murder.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news, mixed reaction to President Biden's signing of executive action closing the border when the number of asylum seekers hits 2,500 per day. California Democratic Representative Mike Levin.
This is a nonpartisan issue of national security, and I do think that the administration's actions today will lead to a more orderly and safe process. That's exactly what we need.
Opponents include California's Democratic U.S. Senator Alex Padilla, who says the measure will harm those seeking refuge in the U.S. because of oppression and persecution in their homelands. Republicans take on Attorney General Merrick Garland at a House Judiciary Committee hearing. California's Tom McClintock accusing Garland of unfairly targeting former President Trump at the behest of the White House.
Jack Smith was the principal player in the IRS targeting of the Tea Party. And yet you appointed him to prosecute the former president of the United States, who happens to be running against your boss.
Garland angrily answering back, defending his recommendation to keep audio recordings of Biden's interview with the counsel private. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air you breathe. Right now, the air good throughout the valley, moderate in Brawley.
We see a lot of news about teens vaping, but teens see something else. Videos on social media that glamorize it and downplay the dangers of nicotine. How can parents talk so kids will listen? Use facts. 1. Nicotine can rewire teens' brains. 2. It can make teens more anxious. 3. Changes to the brain can be permanent. So even when it hides behind a new look, nicotine is brain poison. Go to undo.org for more.
Summer starts now with Memorial Day appliance savings at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances from brands like KitchenAid. And right now, you can double your savings when you spend $2,500 or more. Shop in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Offer valid through 6/5. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details.
And it's page one of the local news, page one of the service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. If you are heading out on a road trip before you go anywhere, stop by Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
In the KXO newsroom, June is Elder and Dependent Adult Abuse Awareness Month. Here is George Gale.
The Imperial County Board of Supervisors made the declaration at their Tuesday meeting. County is partnering with the Imperial County Department of Social Services, Public Administrator, Area Agency on Aging, Behavioral Health, San Diego Regional Center, and El Centro Police Department to raise awareness and protect vulnerable community members. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And earth shakes. Yeah, we had a lot of earthquakes. Several minor earthquakes rocked the Imperial Valley Wednesday. The strongest of the temblors was recorded at 4:59 a.m. The magnitude 4.6 shaker had an epicenter near Delta, Baja California, Mexico, just south of Mexicali. A magnitude 4.3 earthquake was centered in the same area at 1:43 a.m., with a magnitude 3.4 recorded at 1:44 a.m. And KXO News Time, 7:41.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
And the IID adopts strategic plan. The Imperial Irrigation District adopted the 2024-2025 strategic plan on Tuesday. Here's George Gale with details.
It is the district's first strategic plan in 8 years. Plan outlines 7 strategic goals and 18 initiatives that will provide guidance and identify opportunities to achieve IID's mission vision and strategic direction policies. The planning process started last year and included involvement from the board and management team, staff surveys, and public input. The plan is expected to build on the board's newly adopted adopted board policy and aligns with the biennial strategic and budget process. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And an expansion at IVC. Ground has been broken on a new $42 million project. Imperial Valley College recently held a groundbreaking ceremony. The ceremony was to commence construction on campus of a state-of-the-art automotive science facility, including EV technology. The facility is meant to advance education and career opportunities for students in automotive, diesel technology, and arts. The new facility is expected to be completed in the spring of 2026. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. When locals need help feeding themselves and their families, they turn to the Imperial Valley Food Bank. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Help fight hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online at www.ivfoodbank.org.
Page 2 of the local news with the side of weather, all brought to you by Burgers and Beer. The place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
An accident blocks highway. A Tuesday morning accident shut down State Route 78 for several hours. Here's George Gale.
Shortly before 8 a.m., the California Highway Patrol responded to a report of a vehicle on fire on eastbound Highway 78 just east of Pole Line Road. Initially, it was reported that one of the tires on a big rig was on fire, but that quickly turned into an entire vehicle being fully engulfed in flames. The fire necessitated that both directions of travel on the highway needed to be shut down for several hours. No injuries were reported. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And ICOE Foundation for Education adds 2 new board members. They have been appointed to the Foundation for Education. The foundation is an auxiliary organization of the Imperial County Office of Education. One of the new members has already joined the board. Paul Nahar joined the board in January of this year. Nahar is the senior vice president of GAFCON. Luis Miner will join the Foundation for Education for the Education Board in August. Miner is the Ramrod president of Los Vigilantes. The board comprises 11 community members who all share the foundation's vision and commitment to making Imperial County an ideal place to live, learn, and work. And a full day of graduation ceremonies. 6 schools graduate on Wednesday. Here's George Gale.
6 graduation ceremonies are scheduled for today at 10 a.m. Imperial Pathways Charter School will hold their graduation ceremony at the Jimmy Cannon Theater at Southwest High School. Ceremony for the Imperial County Office of Education IVC Adult Life Skills Transition Program will be at the ICOE FLC starting at 1 p.m. The ICOE Valley Academy graduation will be at the Jimmy Cannon Theater at 2 p.m. The Imperial Avenue Holbrook High School graduation ceremony will be held in the Imperial High School Multipurpose Room at 7 p.m. Calipatria High School will hold their ceremonies at Veterans Field at 8 p.m. Also at 8 p.m., the Desert Valley High School graduation will be held at Warren Field. There will be 8 more graduation ceremonies through this Saturday. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And the Cambria Imperial Hotel Job Fair. Cambria Hotel Job Fair is today. The job fair is in preparation of the opening of Cambria Imperial Hotel. It'll be held today from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Imperial County Workforce and Economic Development Center at 1250 West Main Street in El Centro. The job fair will include on-the-spot interviews and hiring for positions within the hotel and restaurant, including guest services, front desk, hotel laundry, hotel housekeeping, hotel house person, hotel facilities maintenance, restaurant bartender, restaurant server, kitchen line cook, kitchen cleaners, dishwashers, a banquet bartender, that'll be part-time, and a banquet server part-time. Yeah, all those jobs are available. Approximately 50 full-time and part-time positions are available, training included. Applications will be available on-site in English and Spanish. Applicants must be at least 18 years of age and bring a resume and proof of eligibility to work in the United States. Business casual dress is recommended. And remembering World War II, it's a special D-Day event. The free event is hosted by the Pioneers Museum. It'll be held Thursday. The public is invited to attend a panel presentation reflecting on World War II and memories of family members of the greatest generation who served. The event will be moderated by Bill Gay, Commander USN, retired Commander USN, and Ross Dickerson, retired Commander USN also. It'll be a free public program. There will be complimentary beer and wine. The event will be held at Pioneers Museum at 378 East Ayton Road in Imperial. That's it for local news. Let's take a look at weather.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. June specials include Firestone Walker, 16 ounce, just $6, 22 ounce, $8, and French dip sandwiches. Burgers and Beer, with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says high pressure building over the region through tomorrow will push temperatures higher, resulting in the hottest temperatures of the year through the rest of the week. An excessive heat warning is in effect across the Imperial and Yuma valleys through Friday, with some areas at risk of breaking daily temperature records. A slight cooling trend will then begin on Saturday with more cloud cover, but temperatures are expected to remain above normal. 100 the high in the valley yesterday, 70 our overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 108. East-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest. Clear tonight with a low around 74. South-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. Thursday, sunny and hot with a high near 111. South-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. 75 degrees, 74% relative humidity. Wind out of the east-southeast at 325 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in the valley. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course, happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every day.
IID reminds everyone that celebrations at any time of the year can be festive and safe. To make the most of them, IID asks you to keep balloons made of Mylar securely tied down. By doing so, you'll help avoid a risk to public safety and preventing power outages. When you safely secure these metallic balloons, you're helping to be safe and keep the power on for everyone. That is something to celebrate. And when the festivities are over, IID thanks you for deflating and disposing of them properly. IID, where customers always come first.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball. Padres, well, they got 7 hits, but couldn't get a hit with runners in scoring position. They lost to the Angels again. It was 4-2. Mariners slipped by the Athletics 4-3. Diamondbacks dumped the Giants 8-5. Meanwhile, the Guardians ripped the Royals 8-5. Pirates outlasted the Dodgers. It was 1-0. Phillies over the Brewers 2-1. Rays topped the Marlins 9-5. Mets won. They beat the Nationals 6-3. Yankees topped the Twins 5-1. Orioles beat up on the Blue Jays 10-1. Braves beat the Red Sox 8-3. Cubs edged the White Sox 7-6. Tigers topped the Rangers 3-1. Astros over the Cardinals 8-5. And the Reds the Reds 4. The Rockies 1. Novak Djokovic will undergo surgery on a torn meniscus, according to ESPN. That means his status for Wimbledon is in doubt. And, it'll take a while for him to come back, I know from experience. Coco Gauff and defending champion Iga Swiatek will meet in the French Open semifinals after victories yesterday.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
NBA action picks up tomorrow. Finally, the finals. The Mavericks and the Celtics will meet tomorrow. Meanwhile, running back Christian McCaffrey, the NFL's reigning Offensive Player of the Year, has reset the running back market for a second time in about 4 years, signed a 2-year contract extension with the Niners. And Gino Auriemma has signed a 5-year contract extension to remain as coach of the 11-time national champion University of Connecticut Huskies. The 2024-2025 campaign will be the 40th season at the helm for Auriemma, who turned 70 in March. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company, and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour a day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is expected to warn bankers and tech executives that while artificial intelligence could open the door to vast rewards for the financial system, the technology also threatens to introduce new dangers, according to speech excerpts shared first with CNN. Yellen's speech at a conference on financial stability represents her most extensive remarks to date on AI. It comes as investors scramble to get a piece of the AI boom. Tech giants embark on an AI arms race, and regulators worry about what could go wrong. On the opportunity side, Yellen will note how AI has already been used by investors to support forecasting and portfolio management, and by banks to fight fraud and support customer service, according to the remarks. Elsewhere, Dollar Tree said today it will explore a sale or spinoff of Family Dollar, less than a decade after acquiring the chain in what has turned out to be a disastrous merger. Family Dollar has around 8,000 U.S. stores catering to low-income customers, predominantly in cities, with prices typically ranging from $1 to $10. The chain has struggled in recent years. Last year, Family Dollar announced plans to close more than 900 stores. The chain has also faced steep competition from larger retailers such as Walmart and Dollar General, and inflation in recent years has increased Family Dollar's operating cost and squeezed its lower-income customers. And what's going on Walmart? Well, again, mixed. Nobody's really sure where we're going. The Dow right now off 60 points at 38,651. The S&P 500 is up 26 points at 5316. The NASDAQ up 179 points at 17,035. Gold has jumped up $19.20 an ounce. And oil, it's up 14 cents a barrel. And with that NASDAQ gains, NVIDIA is, they're leading the charge on the big board.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be sunny today with a high near 108, east-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming northwest. Tonight, clear, a low 74. South-southeast wind 5 to 10, becoming east after midnight. Tomorrow, sunny and hot with a high near 111, south-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. An excessive heat warning has been issued for Thursday and Friday throughout the Imperial and Yuma valleys. Right now, 77 degrees, 69% relative humidity. Wind out of the south-southeast, 325 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day. 365 days every year, except this year it was an extra one because it was leap year.
The best oldies on the radio. The Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile.
I'm Steve Kathan.
Ignition and liftoff of Starliner and Atlas V, carrying 2 American heroes.
Success moments ago for Boeing's Starliner spacecraft, the first one with a crew on board.
I'm Peter King at the Kennedy Space Center. Starliner's mission is a test flight to and from the International Space Station with dozens of objectives to make sure that the Starliner is indeed ready for prime time. If it passes all of those tests, it becomes part of the mix to take astronauts to and from the space station, along with the SpaceX Dragon and Russia's Soyuz.
Overseas, violence outside the U.S. Embassy in Beirut, Lebanon. CBS's Imtiaz Tayyab.
A gunman opened fire outside the embassy compound. The attacker, a Syrian national, was shot and is now hospitalized. And in a statement, the embassy said the building and those inside were safe.
A court in Italy found American Amanda Knox guilty of slander relating to her testimony more than a decade ago during a murder trial. Knox was exonerated in the killing of her roommate, but found guilty of slandering her former boss. Her 3-year sentence today considered time served. President Biden's new border measures are in place now. The executive order he signed could lead to the deportation of thousands of asylum seekers. Republicans have attacked it as a political move in an election year. Joanna Williams runs a shelter just over the Arizona border.
Their other option is to try to go out into the desert and avoid fighting Border Patrol. So different policies of deterrence have been in effect for over 20 years here at the border, and what they lead to is an increase in deaths.
In parts of Arizona, Nevada, California, and West Texas, a triple-digit heat wave is settling in. Stephanie Abrams at the Weather Channel.
Warm temps, high dew points, those are going to push our heat indices into the 110s from San Antonio to Brownsville, and it might be a dry heat in the west, but it is still dangerous. Our actual highs with no dew point factored in will top out over 100 degrees.
Atlanta's mayor says water service has been fully restored 5 days after main breaks caused major problems. People are still being told to boil water for now. What can fly, has 4-inch legs, and looks like a spider. It's a Joro spider, native to Asia, found in Georgia, and now heading into the Northeast.
It doesn't have anything that's controlling its population size.
it has perfect conditions to spread.
Jonathan Frick at the University of Georgia. The spiders are venomous, but not deadly to humans. The good news is they eat stink bugs and spotted lanternflies. The Dow is down 36 points. This is CBS News.
Switch to T-Mobile and save with tons of benefits on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Use the savings calculator to find out how at T-Mobile.com/switch.
It's better. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. Switch today.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details.
O'Reilly. Eliminate carbon and varnish deposits with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9 and get 2 times O Rewards points. In-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Ahead of tomorrow's 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings, King Charles invited some war vets to Buckingham Palace.
I thought you might like to see 1 or 2 things.
King Charles sharing some royal mementos of D-Day with 4 British veterans who were there. Charles's grandfather, King George VI, was on the throne then.
Now, this was a photograph of him on the beach.
Charles also reading from his grandfather's diary. At a ceremony in Portsmouth a little while ago, the king lauded the courage, resilience, and solidarity shown by the greatest generation. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
New York lawmakers say they're finalizing a bill aimed at giving parents more control over what their kids see on social media. It will allow parents to block their children from getting social media posts curated by a platform's algorithm. Critics say it could push companies to try to collect more user information. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
AM 1230 KXO.